Hi, my name is Joshua Daniel, and in this video I'm going to be talking about a problem I ran into with the Mavic Pro's 360 panorama feature. Now, I believe that the panorama was first implemented in the Spark. It was also, of course, in the Mavic Air, and it came to the Mavic as a firmware update, which is great. We love to see new updates on the Mavic. Updating something old to make it a little bit better, it's great. However, I was running into so many problems with exposure. When I was taking the photos, they were completely unusable. The sky was completely overexposed, the ground was still too bright, nothing was useful, couldn't even recover it in Lightroom or anything. It was just too far gone. This really confused me, so I put it into the auto settings. I thought it'll expose for the sky, it'll expose to the horizon, it'll expose to the ground, there'll be a gradient of exposure, it should blend together nicely. Couldn't be further from the truth. You actually want to go into the manual settings to fix this problem. So I set it into manual. I usually look at the horizon. I'll expose there. The sky will be a little bit bright, but the horizon will be perfectly in exposure. Then I'll hit one of the buttons to point the camera straight down to make sure the ground isn't too dark. And the ground's always going to be darker than the horizon, just the way you're doing this, using the manual settings for each photo. But it's going to be okay because it's so many photos put together that that little dark part of the photo is going to be barely noticeable. So I'm going to go through these and show you what I mean. First, we'll do the automatic settings. As you can see, it looks like it's exposed in this photo, but when I set it up and it goes through, it chooses all these weird exposures, and the final product is the sky is completely blown out, and we can barely make out some of the buildings in this photo as well. So this is completely unusable for me, and I couldn't even recover it in Lightroom. I'll do this again now with my manual settings. So I'll set it to manual, and I'll just scroll down the wheel so that we have the clouds are more or less exposed. You can see some of the zebra stripes I have on, which show me what is going to turn up as pure white on the photo. And that's a useful option to have on. So we'll go through this again and render it out, and as you can see, we have a nice blue sky. The sun is a little bit bright, but it kind of seems like the sun's turning around the small planet, so I kind of like that effect. The ground is a little bit dark, but it's much better than the previous photo, and with this I could just lighten up the ground a little bit to bring it out. Surprising. This seems like such a simple thing that I can't believe DJI hasn't patched it already. It almost makes me wonder if they're actually making it worse so you buy the newer ones. I'm hoping that this gets fixed in a future update. It's a simple thing to go into manual and expose it, but it should be an auto thing you can do because people are just going to go in there, and when I do it, I know I always do it at the end of my shoots. I'll take some videos, I might take some time lapses, and at the end I want to grab a 360. There's a bunch of reasons to do a 360. You get a cool little planet, you get a 360 Facebook photo you can look through, or you can upload it to a 360 website for VR. And also, sometimes you'll get an angle that you just didn't notice, or a composition you like, because you're getting in every angle. So I really love the feature. Needs a little bit of work, but with this tip, I hope it works out for you. My name's been Joshua Daniel. If this helped you, be sure to give me a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for any future videos. Leave any comments for things you'd like to see in the future, or if you're having any problems with your drone or photography. And until next time, Alas Kala, Auf Wiedersehen.